Turns out, crime does pay.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm doing crime with Gonti, Knight Minister. Gonti makes it so whenever any of your creatures deal combat damage to an opponent, you get to exile the top card of their deck, which you can then play or cast for mana of any color. And if you play a card that you do not own, you get a treasure. This Gonti is a great excuse to play evasive black creatures, death-touching creatures, flyers, things with first strike, anything that will help get damage through so you can steal your opponent's cards. Gonti Knight Minister, I'm playing with a ton of little death-touching creatures, some small flyers and flyer generators, and a bit of ramp so I can get Gonti out, and then follow up with great cards in black. This deck is fairly similar to, you might know her already, Rev Tithe Extractor, but unlike Rev, this gets you a card for every single one of your creatures that deals combat damage, which means you get to go wide, go fast, and be aggressive in black, all while getting card advantage from your opponent. It's really fun to get to win with your opponent's cards, and it's even more fun to try to put them in the odd situation where they're wondering, do I block? Should I block? If I block, I lose my creatures, but if I don't, they exile a card. But what if the card's not even that good? Make them worry about it, not you, because we're going to take Gonti into the queue and start stealing. Children, the Apocalypse, going to make my draws hurt. But I don't actually have that much draw in this deck. I'm mostly trying to draw from their deck. Sheldred also is probably running some other very good black cards that kill, that discard, and maybe something like Peer into the Abyss to make me draw half my deck and then die. It usually kills. Unless you're against the life gain deck, it usually kills. So I got a 1/1 with Death Touch. Next turn, a cool rock. And the turn after that, Gonti maybe? Maybe, I don't know. Would be nice. It's nice having the unblockable card too. Changeling Outcast. For 2 mana. Guardian Idol, they're ramping as well. And I actually feel like I do get to steal if I play Gonti here. I think it is safer and smarter for me to play Bloodletter of Aclazotz. So that's what I'm going to do. This is going to double their life loss during my turns. It's an evasive card. But it's going to allow me to play Gonti and hold up Malakir Rebirth next turn. And that's what I want to do. I want to protect the Gonti. They could play Sheldred here. They're not playing Sheldred. They're playing an Arcane Signet. We protect. We protect the commander because they die easily. I want to make sure I am manually tapping here. Leaving up black. I could have done the same and left up what might be black, so I would, I guess, conserve more of that as a resource. Nice. And we swing it in with the rat and the Bloodletter. They didn't kill anything. So we steal Takanuma and Inquisition. I'm going to use this Inquisition because it will get me another treasure. There is a window right here, though, but where I do not have 1 mana up. All right, cool. Nothing. Great. Extinction Event I'm not happy about, though. That's why they didn't play anything, I'm pretty sure. If they hit evens, Bloodletter and Gonti both go away. If I had Phyrexian Tower up, I could sacrifice in response, but I don't have that. Yeah, I think that they're either going to go for Bolus's Citadel and just try to get a crazy amount of stuff, but they only have 16 life left. So I think it's more likely that they go for the extinction event. Okay. I mean, my stronghold wasn't getting me much because I only had 2 basic swamps, but sure, thanks. Now I won't have to use my treasure if they use a kill spell instead. I don't know what they drew. It could be a kill spell. They're not that worried about Gonti. No, they are. This is an exile, so it's gonna take out everything but my rat. Me rat! I do have a Thoughtseize. But I want to steal. So I'm going to do that. At least I'm honest with myself. I have a way to make something unblockable as well next turn with Thieves' Tool. Why am I not doing both? Because I want to make sure I'm holding up Malakir Rebirth. It's a mono black deck. They're going to have removal. I, too, am a mono black deck. I feel like Lolth is probably their best move here, since it gets them 2 good blockers. Mm-hmm. Or at least, it seems like it gets them 2. I'm gonna start with the Thoughtseize. Seize what they thought. They were thinking about Bolus's Citadel. Fair, it's a good thing to think about. Use the Thieves' Tools. I'm making sure I'm using a colorless here. I would like Gonti to be unblockable. Actually, the rat's staying back. This is another swamp. Okay. It's free real estate. It is, but it's also boring. If they play her first, they gain life. Here comes Shelly. Would you like to transform Crag the Craig? So they lose a life, but then they gain 2 life. Alright. Are you gonna kill him? Are you gonna kill Gonti? No, they're gonna get the 1 ring. That's what this says to me. This says you can't deal combat damage to me next turn. The 1 ring is also, I'm going to say, ridiculous with Sheoldred. Sheoldred gains you so much life that the burden is negligible. The burden of carrying the 1 ring when you have a Sheoldred out is, oh boy, free life. Free life and free cards? Oh, what a downside. At least I can attack Lolth and kill her with Gonti. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, that's not the 1 ring. Oh, never mind. This is nothing. You should have got the 1 ring. Yeah, the ring weighs heavy. exacting a toll on all who bear it. Apart from Sheldred, the Apocalypse, who just really loves it. No ring. I'm gonna use Gonti to take out Lolth here. Throw the others at them. Decline. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't go for one ring. Maybe they didn't realize how useful it would be for them.
Fall into my web again. Do what I demand.
Pardon? No, I don't want to do that. That would kill me. Hey, Liliana. What are we doing? Plusing, minusing? Trust me, it's just a swamp.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come.
No, he doesn't kill them because of Sheldred. I guess, okay, if I can get enough cards in their graveyard before the Sheldred triggers, then yes. But at this very moment in time, I don't think it's doing that. Bye, zombie.
Haven't you ever?
They do lose the life before she gains the life, but they would be losing 7 life and then gaining 14. I might be able to kill them with it here. I got the Gonti as unblockable damage. Yeah, they're at essentially 12 life with the Maze Mind Tome. And they could also block with Guardian Idol. Nice. Nashi actually makes a difference here because of the extra 2 damage. No, Ashnod, I don't want you killing my creatures. Do they animate? They do. Blocking Ashnod. Swapping my Changeling Outcast for Nashi, Moon Sage's Scion. And now they should use this Maze Mind Tome with their last 2 mana. They might not. We steal. Not once, not twice, but thrice. A swamp, and Cruelty of Gex. I think we kill them with their own card. Target a player? You. They have 8 cards in their graveyard. They lose 8 life. And we win the game using Sheldred's own strategy. Seems fitting? Absolutely. GG. Ramos, Dragon, Engine, and a really slow hand. I'm gonna mulligan this, even though I really like the cards in it. They're not what I want against Ramos. Ramos is about multicolored spells, and sometimes comboing with or nothingness. Whenever they cast a spell, Ramos gets bigger based on the number of colors in that spell. You can then remove counters from Ramos once a turn to make all of the mana ever. All of it. So normally I would want to ramp here, but I want to deny them mana. So I'm going to use Sheldred's Edict and say no Ornithopter. So this is usually like a 5-color good stuff deck. I would say that's the basis of it. It's hard to say what else it might have. Oh, dang. Didn't get untapped mana. I'm going to go for the double spell over the stealing the Ornithopter. Skyclave Relic. Sure are a lot of colorless spells so far, Ramos. Oh no! My cool rock! I think I'm gonna risk it here. I'm gonna ninjutsu and see if I can steal something huge off their deck. I'd be paying life, not mana. Alright, that's a land. Whatever. Grim Hireling's good too. Ramos affinity for artifacts? I don't think so, but maybe. You have 6 mana. Is it time for Ramos? Dragon Engine. Hey. No, they're exiling Nashi. Oh, sorry. They didn't have enough mana for Ramos. They did before they played this, I think. Yeah, because they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to steal. It was apparently not Ramos time. Cool. No, I just sit here. Why is Chromatic Lantern in this deck? Okay, so Gonti and many other crime decks, when you steal from somebody, yes, you can cast the card, but some cards have additional costs. They have kickers. They have things that you want that you can only get by paying mana of any color. And while treasures help, in a Ragavan deck, in a Gonti deck, in any of these decks, it helps even more to have access to something like Chromatic Lantern. Just get yourself a little more. Do I feel like Kami Warring the Gilded Lotus? Also thought about, like, Rankle, make them discard. They get a forest, any forest, a Triome, a Surveil Land, whatever fits their fancy. And doth a Triome. So they've got the Ramos out, but that's just a 4/4. Put it back in their hand. So far, this is a very, like, why aren't you playing Niv Mizzet deck? I want to steal. Kolaghan's Command. I'll use one of my 2 mana for the Vampire of the Dire Moon. This can destroy Ramos. Oh, hey, Nicol Bolas. You want to do crime too? What are we doing? We blasting Gonti? Or you stealing? All right, they stole. They got ginger fruit. Hey, look, you got a free treasure. Oh, what's up? It's Gonti to hang out with my Gonti. I could use the Kolaghan's Command or just Grim Hireling to do this. I'll use the Kolaghan's Command. 2 damage and make him discard. Discard 2 damage. Treasure. Get. Okay. Rankle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yeah, I got the numbers right. Boom, boom, pow. The important one is that we make them lose a life. I also steal a bunch of cards. GG Ramos. Jasoth, Sun's Avatar. It's a dino deck. It's going to be playing ramp and then dinosaurs. And then making Jasoth hit me in the face so they can get More dinosaurs. We just got a sweet new Dino Lord in Aether Drift. I'm actually considering building a standard dinosaurs deck purely so I can play with the new Dino Lord. It's like a 3-mana 5/4 that gives all other dinosaurs +1/+1. Like, sweet mother of Muragonda, what is happening in there? Some good dinosaurs, and I guess there's also some other dinosaurs, but like that's the one I want. They get a 3/3, it gets haste. You have so much mana already. Do you want to trade? You can cast it again from the graveyard. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this. Virus Beetle! Please discard a big dinosaur. Please discard a big dinosaur. Please discard a big dinosaur. That's an Explorer. That's not a big dinosaur. Dang. Primeval Titan to get them 2 lands. That'll probably get them to Jasoth next turn. Dinosaur. Uncounterable dinosaurs. Swarm Saboteur once again swinging in. Getting the Virus Beetle, and I am gonna risk it for the biscuits again. Come on. Something good, something big, something dinosaur. Yes, thank you. Told you I'd get something. I got Galta. She's a 12/12. She lets me put the Preacher and the Roaming Throne into play. Is everyone swinging in? So Intrepid Paleontologist will allow them to, like, recast the dinos from grave. Hey, I went in here having a plan. And yeah, the plan involved me taking a lot of damage. Alright, so Galta here. I think I just want to get that Death Touch through. I'd love for you to be alive, but... I only have 6 life left. Good. Excellent. Gonti, can you steal something for me real fast? I guess I'll go in with 1, 2, 3. Their dino's getting haste is... I think I just go in with these 2. Go for the littles. We get double crime. Okay, land, Wake Stomper. Nothing that costs 1 mana. No Swords to Plowshares. But this should be good next turn. If I survive. They have enough mana to play Jasoth again, but we have a good blocker. Intrepid Paleontologist. No dinos in the grave. Trumpeting Carnosaur. It discovers 5 and it finds Gilded Lotus. Not bad. In fact, very good. Is this the ETB Atali or Attack Atali? It's on Attack Atali. Their hand is empty. Play this. Yeah, I'm probably going to need to use that Baleful Mastery for something. This will get me another 2 mana off Gonti. That'll get me another 2 mana off Gonti. And also some land. And I'm leaving everybody back. My plan is to use Baleful Mastery. Letting them draw a card. And hopefully just stabilizing through Gonti's steals from the previous turn. Yeah, the stolen Galta was absolutely worth the 8th life. Here comes Jasoth. I don't think they have an attack. Even like with this, I don't think they have an attack before me removing something. It does have double haste. Twice the haste, twice the fun. In case they do have something that's like just lets the trample go through, that's when I'll use the Baleful Mastery. No, they know. They know they shouldn't attack in. Field of Ruin. These all tap for tons. I don't think there's any lands I need to be aiming for. Itali for more crime, more fun. See what's in their hand. There's a land. I'll swing in with the Swarm Saboteur. And in response, exile the Intrepid Paleontologist. The Thought Liquor is not doing anything here, so I'll play the Solar Transformer. I have a lot of mana, which is good. Next turn, I'll be stealing, hopefully, with Itali. Sometimes this just hits 2 lands and does nothing. But I think I have an attack all. I will start with the Thoughtstalker Warlock. What's in your hand? It is nothing they can use. It was a land. All right, everybody in! Invasion of Zendikar, sure. Couple of lands. Itali getting chump blocked by Llanowar Elf. Roaming Throne getting munched up by Jasoth. And a Topiary Stomper there, but because of Galta, the Virus Beetles, the Gonti! It should just be lethal. Fine way to win with my pilfered dinosaurs. GG, Jasoth. Ketramos, the New Dawn. Ketramos is indestructible, a god that can only attack or block if there's 7 or more cards in exile, and rewards you for exiling cards. Which means that, kind of terrifyingly, this is a card that's very, very good with exile-based removal. Whether it's exiling things from the battlefield, whether it's exiling things from the deck, from the hand, even exiling things from your own hand, you know, cares about exile. You only get to draw, though, if it's put into exile from graveyard or battlefield during your turn. I actually didn't know the during your turn part, but it makes sense. I've got a Skull Dweller coming in. But the Skull Dweller is actually a Swarm Saboteur. Yeah, you think it's going to be a kind of Staxy control? I think that's what it's going to be. Ooh, Solitude. So I'm in this odd spot where playing the Bojuka Bog will put more cards in exile for Ketramos. Yep. I think I still gotta do it, though. I can just exile my own graveyard so the count doesn't go up anymore. It's a rare self-boggin. Sometimes you Bajuka Bog to, like, stop your opponent from stealing something out of your graveyard. Sometimes you do it because you care about the cards in exile with, like, Ashiok. Sometimes you do it because you're scared of a god. You're scared of Ketramos, the new dawn. This is actually one of the cards that I'm probably building soon. Right now, there's something up with matchmaking. We're both new commanders, so it makes sense we're matching up against each other. Gonti's pretty strong. It's mono black. We're running a ton of removal. It makes sense that we would match fairly highly, but other decks are matching in a very tricky fashion, which means that they're in this odd spot of, if you're running a kind of jankier new commander, you might be running into Rusko. You might be running into a lot of really good stuff. Yeah, once Ketramos can attack and block, it can attack and block forever. There's not ways to take cards out of exile very easily in Arena. Okay, Banishing Light. Oh, but that draws you a card, right? Is it that the algorithm doesn't know how to match them yet? Apparently, it's weirder than that. There's something going on with There's something going on with matchmaking as a whole. It's been acknowledged by somebody from Wizards of the Coast. So it's just a matter of, we're not really sure what's causing it, but we know it's happening. All right, Plaguecrafter, Loran, and Guardian of Girapur. I'll hit the Plaguecrafter. I'm going to Swords to Plowshares. That. Cool. Yeah, I think that it was on Reddit. This came up like, hey, yeah, it's going on, it's happening. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you are legendary. Tap. Play the new one. Keep that one. Gonti. I'll trade. By the way, these cards I'm exiling with Gonti still do count for Ketramos. It doesn't matter where they're getting exiled from. It counts. Yeah, so I'm glad I'm matching up against Ketramos, though. I think that this is something that makes sense. They add up. I do like the idea of blinking something from the battlefield to trigger Ketramos. You don't have Flash. Why didn't you get played? I guess they just know no fear. The only way I can play Gonti here would be sacrificing my lizard, and then I don't have an attack, so I'm not doing that. We'll swing in, though, for 3. Nice. I'll sacrifice this to get that. Ketramos still at 3 cards in exile. Oh wait, I don't even have enough to do that anyway. I don't have enough for Gonti. Swing. Another 3. And it looks like we're getting there on the back of a little lizard and a couple of stolen spells. GG, Ketramos. Flagon, Lord of the Beach. They're an initiate. To what? I've got Solar Transformer, Fear of Ridicule. I think these are going to be too slow. I really wanted 1-drops. You know what? I'll take a Deluge. Flagon is the little fishy wizard who's going to be drawing them lots of cards. Also letting their big butt creatures deal damage with those booties. Flagon just got a really good new card in Aether Drift. It's Kaladora, I think is her name, or Kalora. It's the 08. If anybody in chat happens to know what the name is, it's that. Here's Gonti. Probably should have led with Sheoldred because they have the wizard class. But I'm not classy. Kalorna. Thank you. Carador is the car lady. Kalorna is an octopus. Yeah. Got it. Like, Do I get to steal? Oh. Okay. This is usually a blink deck. But it's a blink deck that draws a lot of cards. So kill them, Sheoldred! This draws cards. This draws cards. This draws cards! They did not play Plagan. Rogue. To protect or to attack here? I would like to steal, but I think this is going to be a better turn for me to, like, put down Bitter Blossom. Play the Solar Transformer. Hit for 4. And also hold up the Infernal Grasp. Oh, a Spell Queller! Would you like to put that back into their hand? I'm gonna hit this Dowerport Mage. I know it's more card draw for them, but it also allows them to recast a lot of their, like, more techie blink spells. Yeah, kill him, Sheoldred! I can't deal damage to them, so Gonti is just... sad? Gonti's sad. Gonti says, no combat damage. What's even the point? What's even the point? Cavalier of Dawn lets them blast. Are you gonna blast Shelly? Yup. Sheoldred is now a 3/3 golem. If I destroy that, they can bring back an enchantment or artifact from their graveyard to their hand, of which there are currently none. I will go for the throat, the Cavalier, and get too hot to Zot with the Bloodletter of Akazotz. Swinging with all of these. Even if they block one of these, their life loss is doubled, and it should just be game. GG, Plagan. Tatiova, Benthic, Druid. Landfall means draw a card, gain a life. This is going to be Simic Ramp. Simic Ramp at its best is also Simic Ramp at its worst. Taking lots of game actions, extra turns, and spitting out dozens and dozens of lands. Because landfall's good. It turns out you want to play lands, and getting rewarded for playing lands makes it even better. Turn 1, I'm gonna go for the Phyrexian Insect. It's either that or the rat. Does it make much of a difference? I mean, not really. There is the Toxic Clock on this one, but I feel like the relevance of that is so minimal. Oh, anyway, I guess I'm ninjutsuing it. This is just... it's fewer attackers, but it gets me a little guy in hand. And I'll play the Skull Dweller again. Where is the word Dinobinoid from? Because I was talking about dinosaurs in the previous one. Dinobinoid is from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, where they have little dinosaur toys that get brought to life, which they call them Dinobinoids, which is just such a charming name. switch stuck in my head, and now I just use the word dinobanoid to refer to dinosaurs. I think they were like robot dinosaur toys. That's pretty much like a Dinobot, like a Grimlock. I'm little guy gaming. If it's a 1/1 and it has a fun. Emergent sequence. At least it'll be a tapped guy. I don't have 1 mana for Gonti. I guess I could technically use the Thieves' Tools to bank a mana. But I think I should just Virus Beetle. They dropped a Lotus Cobra. Wow, what are you holding in hand then? Oh, don't be a Cyclonic Rift. Don't be a River's Rebuke. Oh, Ancient Greenhorn. That just lets them play those lands that they weren't discarding. But we can make them discard some lands. Oh, mana. I'm just killing the Green Warden. Now, Snow-Covered Forest, would you like to trade with a Death Toucher or just kill a Virus Beetle? They're down to 10 life. I finally have 4 mana next turn. Looking good. Feeling nice. Gonti aggro go wide. Yeah. Well, you want to be wide with Gonti because the more you hit, the more triggers you get. Uro's out. Being a 6/6. They play an Arcane Signet. Now I have the choice between Crime or what I think I'm actually going to do, which is I'm going to let them draw a card. Then I'm going to make them discard a card. I came here to do 2 things. Summon bugs and play Gonti. The bugs? The bugs are going to be criminals. Eventually I'm playing Gonti, and then the bugs are doing bug crimes. Bugdom crimes. Did anybody else play Bugdom? Or was it just me? So I could play Sheoldred to kill either their Forest or Tatiova. It's time for crime. No Iron Crag. Get in there. Do you think that they take a trade? Or do you think they just block the 2 beetles? Bug snacks? No. Bug dumb. Not bug smart either. Bug dumb. It was like an old game. It was on computers at like elementary school. How did I not steal a land? I was kind of banking on a land, but I'm really happy that the River's Rebuke is here now. Like a Flash game? No. Before being able to play many browser games. Yeah, I mean, the game was impossible. I could never get past the Fire Ant level. Oh, now they have bugs. Chat, do I kill them with the Gary? Do I rebuke him? Kill him with the Gary. Nice. Nice. GG Tatiova. Gix Yawgmoth Praetor has a really similar game plan to me. It's hit face. But I got a turn 0 Leyline Axe, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm also feeling like playing a Ginger Brute. Go get him, Ginger Brute. A Leyline. I'll play something with Death Touch. I'll make you unblockable. And I'm getting in another hit. Gix is in my deck because the game plan is so similar. You want little death-touching creatures, things that they either can't block or don't want to block. So you get to draw cards, so you can get more little guys. Wow, they used a Bitter Triumph on my 1/1 with Death Touch. Hit me for 1. Sure. Mind Stone. I mean, I would have liked to land. There are 40 lands in this deck between, like, MDFCs and everything else. But I'll take Brainstone. Is my partner going to be playing Civ 7 later? He's going to be playing it off stream. So, for anybody who hasn't seen yet, my partner Nick has actually been taking over my channel at night to play Civ 7. He's a pretty good streamer. And I'm really happy that I get to share, you know, streaming with him. I could Withering Torment the Gix, or I could Preacher as a blocker. I'm going to Withering Torment, because I don't feel safe relying on them not having removal when they have 7 cards in hand. It's a hostile takeover? No, it's a very comfy, chill takeover. Yeah, my partner is both very good at Civ and knowledgeable about the game, and he's also a sweetheart. It's become Nick at night, yep. I'll drop the hippie. No, I'm a brute! I feel like they're gonna play a little guy, and then this will little die. Uh-oh, girls. We getting plague crafted. Me not hitting lands is very bad. Please don't make me discard. Just draw. I just want to draw. Let me draw. No! Me removal! Get him, Vampire the Diamoon! I could equip it, but I'm planning on using Field of Ruin on Mutavault. It's not looking good, no. Something, something. Plague Crafter? I hardly know her. Can I draw? No? Okay. Well, look, I drew. I will play Gonti. Will Gonti be sacrificed? Maybe. Oh, wait, I have 8 cards in graveyard after Field of Ruining? Whoops. Well, that's fine. They could have attacked first. This, I couldn't block it. Can I draw a card? No? Okay. A blocker! Nice. Next turn, they get to Rise of the Dark Realms, though, which will be bad for me. Yes. And then they'll win. Rankle gets lifelink, a couple of counters. My man gets sacrificed. Let's Rise of the Dark Realms! I'm gonna hit them with a good game. All of that happens. Sheltered is going to see herself have an existential crisis, and one of them is going to die. I have to discard a card. Oh, wait, I can't discard a card. You think they might have lethal? What? That's crazy. Oh, why would they have lethal? That's... No. Just because I have 3 life and they have... that. GG Gix. Brawl, Storm, Conduit. Doubles up your spells and pings people. I got another one of these ley line axes. Last time I couldn't actually use it because I was so far behind, but this time, oh, I'm gonna get that double hit. Ooh, I'm gonna get the double hit. Brawl, Storm Conduit. I've oftentimes seen this either comboing by doubling spells that double spells that double spells that double spells. You can do that on the stack. Or sometimes just taking lots of extra turns. Do I want to hold up the Malakir Rebirth later or just play it as a land? I'm going to hold it up. I feel like they are going to have a bunch of burn-based removal. Like that. I know that's like... That's a kind of small thing to protect. But this is a card that can escalate over time and grow and grow and grow. So I understand why they'd want to kill it. Okay, Lightning Strike. I'll let that one hit, and then I'm going to go for Preacher to Schism. I have a lower life total than them, so I would be getting a 1-1 when I attack in with the Preacher. I would love to get to use Gonti, but I feel like one of these two is not going to make it to combat. Rippin' Peppies. There goes my Preacher. Gonti, steal for me! Gonti? Okay. Alright, Gonti back in the hand. I'll play Mind Stoned and Gonti again. Hello, this is my commander, Gonti, Night Minister. I sure hope they stick around for a term. I don't like this. I really don't want to risk, like, putting this on just for it to get killed or blinked again. I'm gonna go for Bloodletter. And I'm tapping like this, leaving up Nykthos, in case I get something I can do with that. Oh. Are we good? Okay, we're good. GG, I guess. They ran out of removal. Nethroi, Apex of Death. A reanimating commander that's going to be taking out creatures based on their power from the graveyard and putting them right into play. But they need to mutate to do so. So they'll be playing lots of non-human creatures to mutate onto. Usually there's either like a sacrifice theme or a life gain theme to these, since life gain has some cool combos in these colors, and sacrifice puts creatures into your graveyard. Okay, so they did put permanence into the graveyard, but I can't cast it. I don't have 7 mana. Tiny Bones just wants to steal from their graveyard. Please let Tiny Bones do a crime. Please. Please, he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy who's going to attack you for 1. Wow, okay. They are trading, so I don't draw a card off Gix. A Somberwalled Sage. That's 3 mana. So I'm going to play Rankle. And I will sacrifice my Gix to get rid of that. You can also cause the discard. Like, they like things being in their graveyard, but I think this is fine. And of these two, I'm going to keep the Rankle out, in part because of its evasiveness. Would I like to pay a life? Yes! So let me see what they discarded. It's Big Shelly. Not the biggest. Medium Sheoldred. They grapple with the past. getting a creature or land. It was a land. Would I like a card? Yes. Boom Tender currently only taps for one color. That's probably not going to stay like that for long. I've got the Hireling or Gonti. I'm going to go for Gonti because I want to steal. Do I want to kill that? I think it's safe. Oh, Titan of Industry. I want the Gonti. I do want the Gonti. Nice. Pelucranos. Technically a 0 power card. It's free to reanimate with Nethroy. So Bloom Tender is going to be looking at the permanent colors that they have. Right now it's just green, so she taps for 1. Now it's green and black. Who do you hit here? Rankle or Gonti? Rankle. I'll use Malakir Rebirth to keep this alive. Or not keep it alive, but like that. It dies, it comes back. And an Incubation Druid. They will probably have enough mana to mutate next turn. But I have some cheeky business to do with this Go for the Throat. Things are happening. Sure, we get to draw. Get to draw, get to steal. Play the Changeling Outcast. Not the Hypnotic Spectre, though. So on board, they know I have removal. This Grim Hireling with 2 treasures and 1 black can kill this or this. If they want to mutate onto one of them, I can kill it in response. And yeah, they get a 5/5 or Death Touch and Lifelink, but they don't get anything from their graveyard. Oh, right, sorcery. Doesn't matter. I have Go for the Throat. I forgot that one's sorcery only. Why did I think that one's instant? Oh, I'm thinking of Chatterfang. Chatterfang's the one that's like that, but instant. Look at me talking about things I don't even know. It doesn't matter. I got Throat Ghosts. Oh, Prime Time. I'll kill that. And, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lethal. Big number. GG, Nethroy. Once again, Ketramos, the New Dawn. Ketramos, we already have seen what your game plan is, but maybe this one's going to be more removal-y. I don't know. I have removal in my hand. That's kind of all I have. I'm actually going to just throw down this Malakir Rebirth. We're going to be playing Exiling removal. Though also maybe, like, kill spells and then exiling graveyards. Sorin a House Markov. Okay. Oh, that does go to exile. They'll draw a card if I use the Infernal Grasp. But I'm killing Sorin. Oh, hello, though. You don't do anything with exile. Oop, sorry, that's my alarm going off. Apologies for the noise. Let's give him a good old chuckle. A Cackling Observer. I get to permanently exile something from their hand. I'm going to hit the Swords to Plowshares. And then when this leaves, they will get a 0-cost card. A non-land. So unless they have, like, I don't know, Mox Amber. Actually, I think Mox Amber's probably pretty good with Ketramos. Unless they have Mox Amber, they're not getting anything. Unfortunately, that is a card in exile, so it does count for Ketramos. And I'm going to put even more cards in exile. I'm going to play Gonti, and I'm going to steal. Oh, they could have Chrome Mox! They totally could. I keep forgetting that they added that to Arena. Okay, I take 3. This exile's from Graveyard, which, again, Helps Ketramose. I'm gonna go for damage. Bloodletter of Aclazotz. That makes this 6 damage instead of just 3. Also, it can block pretty well. Ketramose. So many little critters. Yeah. They didn't play anything? Why didn't they play anything? I would like to steal, but I'm gonna go for the card draw instead. Yeah, I feel like they're holding for removal here. Maybe not. Guess we'll get them a treasure. Oh, a puppy. Okay, that makes me feel really good about not using the Sun Gold Sentinel. I am going to discard Guide of Souls because it gains life. Yeah, that's a Plains. They have, it's a Plains that can also tap for black because they have Urborg. But yeah, that's, I take away their life gain. We're dealing at least like 5-ish, maybe 10 in the air because of the doubling effect. We just win through aggro and evasion. GG. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Gonti did fantastically in the queue, and that was despite the fact that matchmaking is really weird right now. If you've been playing Brawl since Aether Drift came out and you've been wondering, why am I matching up against blank? The answer is everybody's matching up against everything. And Gonti is a fairly strong deck that does deserve to match up against strong commanders, but there's something weird about matchmaking. I'm not sure why, and it has been acknowledged by Wizards of the Coast. So it's not just you, it's not just me. Everybody's playing everything, which is kind of fun and refreshing. I've had a really good variety of commanders I've played against, but some of them I definitely shouldn't be playing against with certain decks. Some of the mismatches are like, I feel way too strong, or they feel way too strong. Always a little bit awkward. If you're looking for my deck list, it is in the description below. And as always, please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you want to leave a comment requesting a commander from the next set, please do. I've had some people who requested Gonti, some people have requested the big old frog god, and a bunch of people seem to want some blue-white artifacts, and I'm looking forward to brewing that too. So let me know what you want to see, when you want to see it, and I'll do my best to brew it up as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.